Hey guys, what is going on? Draven here. Welcome back to the channel. Now I apologize, actually do not have any new reaction videos for you. I actually just had surgery on my nose. That's why I sound like crap. I'm on a lot of different pain meds. I actually have plastic stents in my nose and it hurts to talk. So I promised you a couple new videos before the end of the year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I'm re-uploading a couple old videos. So this is a video from Sabaton. The title is called Father, and then I did a reaction to this in 2022, something like that. So I'm just going to re-upload a couple old ones, and then hopefully once my nose heals and I'm able to get this crap out of my nose, we will be able to do some more reactions. But I just want to say I appreciate you guys. You've all been super awesome, super supportive, and I appreciate you guys. So yeah, enjoy a very old throwback video of a Sabaton video I did a reaction to about 3 years ago. Peace. Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel with me, Draven. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, I haven't uploaded in a little bit just because I was on vacation for the past week. I actually took my family to Disneyland out in California. Was enjoying the last few weeks of my military leave before I had to get back to work. And during that time, when I was on that trip, Sabaton released a new music video called Father, and apparently they released a new EP album called Modern Warfare or something like that. And I forget the exact title of it. I'll have to look it up. But they released an album, I guess it's just unreleased music or just extra music they had when making the End of All Wars album. And so this song is called Father. It takes place during World War I. It's about a scientist who essentially what they refer to as the father of chemical warfare. It's what gave the Germans all the chemical warfare that they had during World War I. And I guess this guy is just known for the father of chemical warfare. He actually has done positive things outside of creating chemical warfare. He did a lot of things that boosted the agriculturalness of farms and stuff like that. Something to do with any of that. It is kind of interesting though. A lot of things that end up being used negatively always started with something positive. Now, for example, Albert Nobel, the guy, essentially the one who created the Nobel Peace Prize, mistakenly created dynamite. And unbeknown to him, he thought it was, when he was creating it, he was creating something that was going to help improve how to get rid of landmass, to help with construction, advancing technology, etc. etc. He never thought it'd be used as a weapon or anything like that. And so, if I recall correctly, Albert Nobel killed himself because he felt so guilty about what he invented. He essentially invented TNT, I think, is what he did. And they actually named Nobel Peace Prize after him because the original invention was for something positive, ended up being something negative. Anyways, regardless, might be mistaking the names on that, but I'm pretty positive that's the gist of Albert Nobel. Anyways, jumping into the music video, this is called Father, and I'm curious how it's going to go. Again, this got released a couple days ago. I wasn't able to react to it. I didn't even know about it until I got the notification on YouTube. So let's check it out and hear what this song is all about. Alrighty, and I apologize for that glare. This looks cool already. I'm really enjoying this animation. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The Sabaton, I've been enjoying their recent music videos when they do this like animation style to it. I think it's a great way to storytell what they want to talk about within the song itself, because their songs are very storytelling. Usually it's about historically accurate events, so they want to portray the storytelling that's behind it, and the animation that they use with it, I think, is a great way to do that. It's a little bit harder to film and really expensive to film when you're using live actors and live effects. So doing it animated style, I think they're able to make it way more specific to what they want. It helps out with the budget of things. They're able to produce it when they're on the road, so like they do the recordings and then this company that they use to do the animations could take care of it while they're still touring, because they're still touring throughout the United States. Like I said, I posted the video of Sabaton coming to Idaho last week, and they're still touring. So I think they're on the East Coast now. But either way, visually this music video is awesome already. Alright, that's sick looking. The Mad Scientist look is badass, and it's called an Eastern Prussia. I'm trying to remember, and the thing that sucks is, like, I've mentioned this a few times, plenty of times on my channel. I'm super into history. I love history. I love learning about certain things like that. And there's a YouTube channel called Terry History Channel, or Teacher Terry History Channel. His video will be linked in the description. It's his history teacher that loves looking at history films on YouTube, and has done a couple Sabaton songs as well. And he dives like super deep into the history of it. So I know a little comparatively. He knows a lot. Obviously, he's a history teacher. So I'm curious if A, he's going to do a reaction to this, but B, so when it's talking about Eastern Prussia, it's when where it's modern, what's known as modern day Persia, was occupied by Russia. I think it was called Prussia, and there's a couple other different countries that are in the Prussia thing that are now separated off now, but I forget exactly what countries are in it. I don't think it was Turkey, but it could have been modern day Turkey that was also in that as well, but I'm not super familiar with that. But Prussia was an existing thing. It's no longer there.
Young men with great ambitions rise. So who can tell me, who can say for sure which one will win the Nobel Prize? It was a golden age for science. The Kaiserreich would hold the key. And as the conflict came and tensions rose, the manifest of the 93. Haberbosch, the great alliance. Where's the contradiction? Fed the world by ways of science.
Interesting that I love how they have the two graphics for that, calling him a sinner and saint, because they're talking about the guy who created this chemical warfare did things that benefited, that were super beneficial to to the world as a whole with his scientific discoveries. However, he also created something super destructive. So I love that they're like, is this a good guy? Is this technically a bad guy? I love how they're going to parallel to it. It's reminding me of the Werner von Braun. He was a German scientist in World War II that basically, however you want to word it, however you want to look at it, worked for, controlled by, paid off by, like, he basically gave rocket engineering plans or whatever to Hitler during World War II. And after World War II, he came to the United States and worked for NASA. And because of Werner von Braun, we were able to land on the moon. So it's like, okay, yeah, this guy did terrible things in the name of World War II, but it's like one of those, like, preservation of life. Like, you have this tyrannical government telling you, you're going to do things for us, we're going to kill you. And so he does, but then does amazing things for the United States government, and we land on the moon because of this guy. So that's what it's reminding me of. Like, Werner von Braun, it was technically a Nazi, but he ended up working for NASA, and it's kind of, I'm just saying, this is cool. I really, this kind of sinner or saint part is really cool to me.
Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare, his creation has been repeated over no man's land, a poisonous nightmare, a deadly mist on the battlefield. Perversions of ideals of science, lost words of alienated wife. And in the trenches of the Western Front, unknowing soldiers pay the price. And on the battlefield they're dying, and on the fields the crops are grown. So who can tell us what's right or wrong? That's all morality alone.
God, I love how they're comparing the two. Like that line, I'm gonna go back. Yeah. So they're talking about. So on the battlefield, the soldiers are dying, but on the fields, the crops are growing. So it's like, and as obviously I mentioned this in the past, in past videos, and you guys can see, like I'm in the United States Army, and obviously, like I don't ever want to think about or knowing that about war and just about some of the brutal things that that has happened to my fellow countrymen, my fellow my brothers and sisters who have died in battle, and knowing that this guy caused thousands upon thousands upon thousands of deaths of soldiers, but then like also invented something that helped. I'm really loving the parallel difference. I'm really enjoying the song.
The fields, the crops are grown. So who can tell us what is right or wrong? That's our morality alone. Rewatch, the great alliance. Where's the contradiction? Fed the world by ways of science. Sinner a saint. Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare. His dark creation has been revealed. The war in no man's land, a poisonous nightmare. A deadly mist on the battlefield. Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare. His dark creation has been revealed. The war in no man's land, a poisonous nightmare. A deadly mist on the battlefield.
And of course, great guitar solo.
This peace, he belongs to the world.
Peace belongs to the world. Interesting.
During times of this war, he belongs to his place of birth.
Huh. That's a cool. I'm digging this animation. Like this video is sick. With the green flames and the clouds. God, they do such a good job with this type of animation. It's such a great way to film a music video. And the guitar solo is amazing.
Will this lead? What's coming next? From your inventions, we wonder where does it end? Who can foresee? See what will be. Rewatch, the great alliance. Where's the contradiction? Fed the world by ways of science. Sinner or a saint. Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare. His dark creation has been revealed. The war in no man's land, a poisonous nightmare. A deadly mist on the battlefield. Father of toxic gas and chemical warfare. His dark creation has been revealed. The war in no man's land, a poisonous nightmare. A deadly mist on the battlefield.
That's cool. That's a great. It really is a remarkable video to have the topic that it's about, and just gives up the moral question about whether he was technically a good guy or bad guy. Like, he created just insanely bad things, like the chemical warfare, and just but knowing that some of his inventions were for good, it has this big moral dilemma that I think it's hard for us to really choose if he's good or bad in that sense. But either way, I'm curious if they have more songs that they're going to be releasing. Days and Sabaton has more songs that they're going to be releasing. I'm not 100% sure how this EP is working, because when I looked it up, it had Dreadnought on there and Red Baron and stuff, but then they also, and Stormtroopers, but then they also had this song. So I'm not too sure if they have more songs coming out, exactly how it's working, if there's another album coming out, if they're working on it. Either way, like I said, the music video, or excuse me, the music video, the concert was absolutely amazing. Absolutely love seeing Sabaton live. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, like how you feel about this topic. Whether, you know, if as soon as you do something bad, are you bad for life, or is there kind of a moral ground that you kind of have to stand on for seeing like what someone does positively to the world versus what they do negatively to the world? Kind of curious on what your thoughts is. Either way, guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out very much. I appreciate you all very much. And if you're checking this out today, I'll most likely will be streaming onto Twitch. My Twitch address is in the description below. Most likely will be streaming today as well. Or excuse me, streaming on Monday. But if you're watching this today, it's Sunday. So either way, guys, you check it out and you let me know what you guys think. You have yourself a wonderful day and a great week. Stay safe, wash your hands. I'll check you in the next video. Peace.